Enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Puny god.
Alright guys, so what did we just do here? What are we doing?
Well, I X3 dropped with this garbage deck.
Yeah, fuck that.
I X2.
Oh.
Will, what did you play?
I X2 with Rookie Rush.
Hey,
and
good shit.
I'm happy with myself.
Anyway, person below me, Declan, how are you doing after coming first in the online Oceanics regionals with 240 plus players and 8 rounds? Fuck, man.
I'm pretty happy, yeah. You can't be too upset.
I'd be imagined.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm very pleased. I'm lucky that I got a good group of guys around me to test well with and try out new things. So I think this is a bit of a group win.
Hey,
we won't just. It's not just me. It's everyone here.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, as we can see in the bottom half of the screen, you were playing bloody Hexeblaumon Ulforce. Like, no one's been seeing this sort of coming.
Yeah, it was originally just a passion project, and turned out that after a few tweaks, it was very good, and I didn't really lose to Yellow Lord Knight. So I went, ooh, and expecting Lord Knight to be the best deck and the most represented deck. I was like, oh, we've got a good chance here. And then, tested against a few other decks and saw how it went. Green was a bit of a struggle initially, and we made a few more changes and fixed that. And then security control, still a pain in the ass. And I had to verse that in the last round.
Ah, yeah, no, we'll get to the fucking matchups as well. But
yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Anyway, let's get started. So start off with our rookies. Go for it.
So the one of Shaco, just for Imperial, I thought if I saw it, if it came up, lovely. If it didn't, nah, don't worry. Elecmon, how many did I run? Sorry,
Just
I'm looking
two.
at the
Yes.
picture. I ran 2. 2 Elecmon, just a nice 2-drop. Sometimes it's really handy. And then I did 3 Promo Goma, 3 Blueco, and then 3 Undulation Goma. And that was mainly because if I wanted to bring out a Hexblau against Lord Knight, and they had to do, what do you call it? They already had a Lord Knight per se. So I would swing at security or yada, 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 swing at something. Or maybe I wouldn't, whatever.
Yeah.
But they get rid of it, and it takes away a memory because they'd usually go Nightmon Slash, and that would put them to 0, and then the Undulation give me 1 to make them slow down a little bit. That
forces early turns.
pretty much the reason.
Yeah.
The memory's memory. The other ones are good. You run the Blueco, especially for their ultimate flare in security control, so they can't just bomb your board.
No, exactly.
Which is pretty good.
That's true, yeah.
I think that's about it for the things. Sorry, Alex?
Memory is definitely something you had an abundance of in these matchups.
Yeah. Obviously, everyone will see a big Tamer package, and like Soren Joe just straight up wins games, and it won me a lot of games just being able to get out an Ulforce and just swing a shit ton. And you'll see there my special spicy tech, which
we'll get to the Mad Dog Fire.
I won't go too far ahead. We'll go into the champions.
Yes, champions, easy enough. We'll go from there.
Yeah. So we got Gorilla, 1-drop, Lobo for the cheeky, and Pale for it's good. You can get rid of memory, get rid of sources as well as gain a memory back off like the Goma or Blueco. So it turns itself into a 1-drop plus you're getting rid of stuff. Pretty good. Cola, 1-drop blocker. Can't say much more.
You can be surprised not seeing
Cola.
that. But
Cola. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I guess we can just kind of go straight into Ultimates. There's not really too much like amazingly spicy out of Champions.
Yeah. So we'll start off with Chris Powell. Chris Powell, fantastic card. Run 4. Now, people will disagree with me here.
Well, I mean, they can't now.
They're
You've
dumb.
won.
Yeah. They're just stupid at this point.
Yeah.
The Whacky on promo, much better. You want to have options, and having the option to just have 8 cards, and your opponent might not give you anything because they might want to starve you of memory. Because if you've got 2 Soren Joes and a Davis, yeah, sure, you're going to get 7 memory. All right, fair enough. Can't blame them.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Playing the promo Whacky where if you got 8 cards in your hand,
I mean, yeah.
you don't need to rely on your opponent. Like it's self-explanatory, and you have the other one for the other scenario. Okay, yada yada yada, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, no.
Lovely stuff.
Obviously, it showed results for you today. Let's have a look at these megas. The Hexeblaumon, obviously namesake of the deck, but the actual fucking go-getter, Ulforce Digimon, making a comeback into meta.
Yeah, look, it started off when I was building the deck initially. I was like, okay, we're just going to be controlling with Hexeblaumon the whole time, controlling with Hexeblaumon, and then it turned into we'll control until I get a Ulforce, and then we'll just go for a big swing. And then we figured out, why don't we just go big swing? And sometimes that just wins games because if you swing with something like a weenie and they've got 4 security, or if your opponent uses a blinding ray, then they've got 4 security, and you have either one Soren Joe or 2 Soren Joes, and then you swing twice or 3 times, and then either like Omni or Lobomon for the last attack.
Yeah.
Like,
I know
I can-
multiple times in testing, I'd be playing yellow, get myself to 4 security, and then you would just go Ulforce. I'd be like, oh yeah, no, okay, that's game.
yeah.
I
So
noticed as well, like during your matches, you do a thing like where you set up a lot of tamers first. Like you look like you had an empty board, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then just suddenly Ulforce comes out, and you've got 2 Sora Joes, and that's just like 6 security gone already.
Like, let's be honest, this deck won't work very much after this because people will go, he's got 2 Soren Joes and he's got a level 5 in raising.
See, he's up to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I played off as well today.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
I played
that's-
people not expecting to go, I just lost 5 fucking security in one turn. I lost in one turn. What the fuck? Like, that's what I'm playing off today, and it worked really well.
We'll get more into that when
Yeah.
we go
Got my
over
point.
matchups.
Yeah, like obviously, no one's going to be like, people know, like, I guess what Hexeblaumon does, but obviously actually going up against the match and being able to play against that is really just something different. Obviously, you got the 2 Blitz Omnis on the side there. They're pretty much self-explanatory. They're the final blow.
Game winners.
Yeah, exactly. Going to the tamers and options now. Start with either one you want.
Davis, like, I wish I could run more of this card, but you can't justify it. Like, if you see Davis, you're so happy, but you need Soren Joes more because it's just too integral to the deck. You can't not.
It
But
can put you at 7, and you can just go, okay, I have a 4, now it's a 5, now it's an Ulforce, and I win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, that's how to do it. Takumi Aiba, awesome card, awesome card.
How's the
That
Takumi
card, like,
workout package going?
Overperformed.
Yeah, really good.
I remember your round 7 opponent forgot about its effect twice in the same game.
Yeah,
As-
that was. I mean,
As a
not
lot
a
of
lot
us
of
have.
people played against this deck, so they don't have that experience to be like, ooh. And not many decks are actually running Takumi, which is a little bit odd. And I think a lot of people picked up on that and were playing the yellow green Rookie Rush. Like I played one, and I'm sure they were like Will played it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I didn't run into a single Takumi all day.
I think you got up 2 or 3 Takumis against that Rush player. And like you were like,
Yeah.
oh, I've got to attack and pass my turn, I guess.
Yeah.
And more than that, it was just really funny watching you tap 3 Takumis and drawing 4 cards.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. It's just like it's actually
Well,
just
that was my thing, boys. I was keeping one little change in the deck from what I showed everyone, but now everyone fucking knows that I ran the third Takumi.
yeah, Saul's back. That.
You dicks.
All right,
Well, if you watch this far into the video, lucky you.
But all right, fucking elephant in the room. What is this dog shit rare blue card from BT1?
Now, Ulforce is 11k.
All right, we're doing some quick maths here.
Ulforce is 11k.
Yep,
It dies to a lot of shit.
guaranteed.
Baby Ulforce.
So, if you don't want it to die to a lot of shit, play the Mad Dog Fire. Plus 3k. Security. If it's in security, it adds to your hand and you draw a card.
It just replaces itself. That fucking good.
Yeah, but like it just makes so much sense. It makes so much sense, and you don't need to run more than one because
Yeah,
you
because
burn through your deck like fucking crazy
with
with all the
Takumi,
Takumis.
in fact, adds and draws when you hit it in security. Like, you'll see it eventually. Like,
Yeah.
multiple times you beat me on one card left in your deck.
Mm.
And you don't need to use it more than once, because when you use it once, you've got an Ulforce with 16k that's hitting 4 times.
Yeah, that's it. That's game right there.
Yeah, like
Yeah, very good card. Don't like it's obviously a tech, but I think it's integral to the deck as long as you run the correct baby.
Now we can't see your baby, so why don't you fill us in on that one, Declan?
You have to, and this is integral. Ulforce gets to 14k with Mad Dog Fire. Can still die.
Still died.
There's Chaosmon, there's Omnimons, there's all sorts of shit.
Basically,
Alright?
every level
There's
7.
double,
Except
there's
Nolan.
double Spiral Masquerade.
All that
Yeah.
shit. Anyway.
Yeah. Wanyamon.
Yep.
Everyone wrote this card off. Fuck you all. Best card in the deck. Plus 2k when your opponent has 2 or more things without security.
Or without,
It gets Ulforce to... without material.
Yeah.
It gets Ulforce to 16. 16 fucking k. And when you got an Ulforce that's swinging 4 times with security plus 1,
It's basically jamming.
yeah. Like,
Even against
It's
yellow, that has
effectively
like Spiral
jamming,
Masquerade.
unless they have yellow
Yeah.
TK, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
security TK.
yeah.
And
And then even then, like it stops you dying into stuff like Spiral Masquerade as well.
I would like the shout out because this whole pathway only started because you died to a Nidhogg, and I was like, why don't you just play this card as a joke? And you're like, actually,
hang on a
Yeah.
minute.
No, I got to give credit's due.
I think you used it every match I was spectating as well today. Like every time you got to the Ulforce, you're like Mad Dog, and the opponent went, "Oh, okay, that's big now."
Yeah. Like, I saw it in security 3-4 times today. So, lovely. I get another card, and I think one time that bumps me over to 8 cards in hand for a Weggaroomon plus security. So, like...
I mean, yeah,
dumb
that
card.
it's
It's-
the weirdest
yeah.
fucking tech, but it showed today like the
It didn't
absolute.
show. It led today. I think
Yeah.
you wouldn't have done half as well without
No.
that card.
I know of about like 6 different occasions where I ran into big shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, really cracked card, and especially against security control where you are playing. You're like, you know, you're gonna hit shit in security. Like, don't be dumb. You know you're gonna do it. All right, but it makes it so that you don't die to some random shit. So you don't die to Transcendent Sword, even if they've got an Omni out.
Funny you bring that up. But yeah,
Matchups today.
let's swing into the matchups and go from there.
Yep. Oh, run the one Ooper.
Oh yeah.
Bukamon's dog shit. Don't worry. There's no point. Okay, matchups today. Round 1 was Shoutmon. Really scary deck. Like, I struggled to control it, and just had a Ulforce to bring out and swung a shit ton and got lucky because I didn't have Mad Dog Fire, so I was swinging for 14.
Didn't have Mad
Sorry,
Dog.
for 13, and I was like, oh shit, if this dies, I die.
Yeah.
Round 2 was a mirror, and I think I just saw the cards. He didn't.
Yep. No,
He
Can't
wasn't
do
playing
much.
Mad Dog, so he didn't.
he wasn't running Mad Dog, so there you go.
He was playing 5 Tamers,
Well,
where I was playing more,
yeah.
and I saw him. He didn't. That's how it goes.
More tamers, more wins.
I don't know. I just thought like he asked me how many I was running, and I asked back just to be kind.
It's like, just make the conversation after you've beat them.
Round 3 versus Imperial. Now, this is one of my mates who's unfortunately not here. He's somewhere. Justin.
Shout out to Justin.
Justin put me to the test, and honestly, my hands were shaking like I had bloody Parkinson's after that one. Like he took game 1 off me and just cleaned me out, straight up cleaned me out. Couldn't do shit. Game 2 was sorry, had someone just walk in. That's why I'm waving. Game 2, I just controlled it a bit and got through in the end. I think I won with Ulforce, and then game 3, it was very close, and he had to hard play a Dino B from memory, and that put me to 10. And that's just a terrible idea.
It's just game
Like
from there. Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not sure what his hand was. I can't quite remember the exact board state, but I had the cards to just win at that turn, but like shout out to him. I don't want to say he was my toughest matchup,
He was
but it
up
might
there.
have been. Like it was the one that shook me the most and went, holy shit,
Yeah.
you know. Round 4 was green something or other. Don't really know what it was.
It was green.
It didn't. He nidhogged my Omnimon and it didn't die. So it was a bit of a oh okay, I won.
Oh, okay.
Round 5, Lord Knight. Lord Knight, even though the deck is supposed to counter it a bit, right? Lord Knight is still just a busted deck.
It's like, it's meant to be 2-1, 2-0 formats, Lord Knight all the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Forgive me, my opponent for this round and the other Lord Knight deck. So I versed Lord Knight in 5 and 7. One of them, I think it was the round 5 bloke. He just pricked twice and he was unlucky. Like, I think round 1 didn't see a Lord Knight, didn't see any mega for the whole game, and he went through most of his deck. And then didn't draw a rookie in the second game, and I was like, fuck, dude, that's unlucky. That's just shit. Then round 6, I versed Yellow Green Rookie Rush, which Takumi helped out a lot.
Yeah, you had 3 to coming up at some point, and like I remember looking at that board at that time and going, "Oh no, Declan's given enough things to lose." Like, oh wait, no, he has to pay 3 to attack. That's
Yeah.
he's fine.
Yeah, no, I felt very in control of that one, for most of it at least.
Was that the one at the end where you ended up like just playing super well around like all of the techs? And...
Yeah, so he had about 5 cards out, and I had 3 Soren Joes, I want to say.
Yeah. Oh,
And
that's
so
right.
I had I had Ulforce and just went, okay, I'll attack for 1, so if it spiral, I don't die.
Yeah. It wasn't
Yeah, I
just
remember
that you had the Sora and Joes. He had hit the turn before and given you had 2. He hit you with his rookies, put you at 1 security, but gave you 2 additional Sora and Joes.
Yeah,
Which then gave you 5 attacks on the Ulforce.
yeah.
Just
You
Like, I
got
was
rookie and then-
very scared of the spiral, and I think I did hit one. I did hit one.
He had 5 guys, including a tapped Aurora. You hit the Ulforce
No,
over the
he had
Aurora.
4. He had 4 and 1 in raising. I remember.
No, it was 4 after we attacked. It was 5 because you wanted to play around the masquerade, so you had to kill the 5th one, which was the Tatarura. He had 4 yellows
was
on the
it?
board.
Oh yeah,
Then
no, you
Mad
are
Dog
right.
Fire, and then you
Get
swung
around the
like
masquerade. Good job.
swung the
Yeah,
gun,
we-
so-
Yeah.
Either
Yeah, that
way.
was. I hadn't played against the yellow green rookie rush yet, so that was really scary, and I didn't really know it was much of a thing until Will told me he was going to play it this morning. And I went, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. We didn't get to test it because I was going to play green. And I went, nah, this stuff is just bricking. I'm not doing this. I'll just play the most consistent deck in the format.
Yeah,
Our
fair enough.
quote-unquote resident green player decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna go low.
Hey, it's kind of green, okay? I play 12 green cards.
Yeah.
And last but not least was security control, which in testing was a bit of a nemesis.
It's a fucking
Really
deck.
hard. I think all the testing against Will playing it was very beneficial and trying to somehow play around it.
There's a couple of things, like hard playing a Hexblow so it can be Digivolved.
Yeah.
Cards and stuff like that.
I did that twice, like once in each game. Yeah, it was very very good. I just hard played most of my stuff. And then so game 1 was pretty tight, but I just nudged it. And then game 2, he'd recovered a shit ton, and I'd hit for a shit ton, and eventually he had 4 security left. And the top one I knew was a defeat because he put it back from yeah, whatever that card is. Yeah, tactical retreat.
Yeah.
Tactical retreat.
It's.
That one's a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
I still don't get that
Yeah.
card.
So I ended up with a shit ton of memory. He had 4 security. He had a Lucamon, I want to say, on the board. I'm like, cool. I don't give a shit about the Lucamon. Bring out Ulforce with security +1 and a 1-year under it. I swung at security. I knew that it. Oh, sorry, forgot the most important part.
So we went from 11.
Fire.
We went from 11
Mad Dog.
to 13 to 16k against
No,
security
not
control.
not quite. We didn't yet.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the pure genius of it. So he had one card on the field. Wanya requires 2.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Wanya requires 2 cards with no sources on them. So I swung. Oh well, I played the Mad Dog Fire, got him up to 14. I swung, hit the Sword Defeat. Fantastic, knew that shit. The skill check was another Sword Defeat, so he had 3 things with no sources. Lovely.
Fuck,
My Ulforce is now at 16k. I hit swung again because I had Soren Joe's. Hit a Magnodramon, don't care. And then I hit a Transcendent Sword, which would have minus 15k.
The way
But
something
play
like
a Dog Fire, if I didn't play the Wanyamon,
The 1 year and the Mad Dog just.
it won me the game.
It's the perfect way
I mean,
to
it's all of it.
win a finals is both of your techs paying off at the same
Yeah,
time. It's
correct.
crazy.
Like, I mean, big shout out to the guy who played Hugo Tam. Like, he's done very well. Like, we shouldn't take anything away from him.
Obviously, yeah.
I think he ended up third. But yeah,
Oh,
really good player. Really good player. Got unlucky a little bit. Like if I hit a Gaia Force in security, or if I hit like a Ultimate Flare, yeah,
Like,
goes the other way.
Anything else.
Yeah, and he did recover like I don't know. He recovered so much. He was playing Holy Waves and Magnus, and
Yeah.
I think I swung through about 20 security in the whole match, which was a bit terrifying if I'm honest. But I kept just playing stuff, and Soren Joe really helps in that matchup. Just making sure that even if they're trying to starve you a bit, you're still getting to like 6-7 memory a turn.
Yeah.
So you just play a little thing and a big thing, and you're like, cool, go for it.
I mean, yeah, so both your techs paying off, that's obviously the most amazing thing. Mad Dog Fire being apparently a amazing fucking tech for the day. I guess, yeah, any final shout-outs or anyone you think you've failed to mention in getting you here?
Ooh, I do want to say a big shout out to Josvar as well, who's not here. He runs a tournaments page, which I'll give a little plug.
Put it in the description.
Yeah, he runs a tournaments page, and that's it's where I get a lot of my good practice in versing other people that we're trying to win cards and trying to win money through that. So it's fun to do those. Shout out to James Lister, who fucking stumped me the other day with Law Knight and made me rethink a lot of how to play. So
Sorry for buying all your cards.
congrats, you won the box, but I won the tournament. So. Nah, that's all. It's all love. It's all love. He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. All the boys here.
Buying you with the cards.
Yes, Larry at Game Traders Hornsby, who got all of us our product
Yep.
very efficiently, even during our Sydney lockdown, which has been
Fun.
it's a shit show,
Yeah.
honest shit show, and
Our quarantine
One
profile.
champion.
We're having to do the deck
Yeah.
list like this, so obviously. But
Shout
yeah,
out to
no,
Larry.
great, like shout outs to Larry. He's just
Yeah.
amazing,
champ.
fucking locals.
He has been our locals for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, depending on who you
Yeah.
ask, and he's just reliable as a rock.
Yeah.
Love him.
yeah,
We wouldn't have it any other way.
he's here for the players, not for just
Yeah.
complete profit, which
yeah.
we appreciate a lot, and he doesn't nearly get the credit he deserves, which he should.
Yeah.
So check out Game Traders Live Hornsby. And obviously, thank you to all the boys here in the call at the moment. Awesome to test with, awesome ideas, and made improving this deck a lot easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Hey.
thanks, boys.
Congrats, man. Good job.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
deserve
good job.
it. This
What a lad.
deck is a masterpiece.
What a lad.
Time to play Red Omni again.
All right.
Actually, I really want to play Ancient Greymon.
All right. Well, that's what we're gonna look for next when we see Declan performing.
Yeah, come back for next month's tournament. Tops with Ancient.
Grand Prix winner, Ancient Greymon.
What was that, Alex?
BT7's looking good for Ancient Greymon.
I mean, yeah, what in what next year?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, that's us, the boys at Team Mighty Cool. Bye.
It's
Bye.
late.